Line viewers, it's Mitch back here for a live stream. I wasn't able to go live for the first two quarters. Have a lot of homework to finish up for the end of this semester, so I thought, hey, maybe I'll just do the second half. I'm doing a stream later on for the Patriots and the Texans, so I cut this one in half. And most of the time, I was also hoping in the side of my mind, when I do stream, it's usually a blowout. So I'm hoping this game wasn't a blowout. If I wasn't going to stream the first half, hopefully it remains a good game. And so far, it looks like we have a fantastic game. 17-14, Ravens, 49ers. Very good game so far. Lamar Jackson and that offense in the rain, playing well so far. 49ers offense, some big plays here and there. The Ravens defense did set up the Ravens with one of their touchdowns early in the game, their first touchdown from a strip sack. Hopefully you guys are here for the second half. I'll be here for the remainder of the game to commentate, react live, and there goes Raheem Mostert, who's had a very successful game so far to the 45-yard line. There's 2 minutes left in the second quarter, in the first half, and the 49ers are trying to at least tie this game up at 17. They have all of their timeouts. It's been also very interesting to see how the 49ers have attacked the Ravens defense, a defense that for the most part hasn't really been tested, not because of the opponents that they've played, but mostly because they've played a lot of teams where they're up very big in the first half, and they're not really having to do anything but play pass defense. So far, the 49ers have been successful running the ball and have been able to create some big plays. Here's George Kittle on a screen pass early on. Deebo Samuel had a big 30-yard touchdown. Flag on the play, 1:13 left in the second. There's 3 timeouts still left for the 49ers, 2 for the Ravens. Flag on the play, though. We'll see what it's about. It's probably holding on one of the receivers. Looks like it's going to be Emmanuel Sanders, who's PO'd right now. Let me know in the comment section what you've thought so far of this first half, what you guys are looking forward to in the second half, and any of the other games that you are watching right now. Okay, yeah, block on the back. Oh, he turned him too. Yeah, that's definitely a penalty, Emmanuel Sanders. I don't know why you're complaining about that. That's definitely a penalty. Sorry, sir. You will have to take the flag. So the 49ers offense so far, they've had 2 scoring drives, 12 plays, 149 yards. 2 other drives that were only 8 plays, 16 yards. So it's rather been a touchdown or it's been a 3 and out. And there's Deebo Samuel on another creative swing pass from Jimmy Garoppolo. It's very difficult to manufacture offense in these type of conditions, and I think these are the two of the better offenses that could possibly play in these conditions. One, Kyle Shanahan is very creative with the screen game, with the running game for the 49ers, and then number 2, the Ravens have Lamar Jackson. So when you have a quarterback who's one of the best running backs in the NFL, it makes it a lot easier to play offense in the rain in these conditions. 2nd and 12. I don't know how bad the rain is. I don't think it's quite Patriots-Cowboys, but it still looks like it's pretty bad. Mostert for another first down rushing. That's 26 seconds left in the first half. Still 3 timeouts for the 49ers, 17-14. I'm trying to find the comments right now. I can't seem to find the comments. So I will get to you guys in just a second. So weird. Alright, let me go to YouTube. 1st and 10. Rushing yards so far. 49ers outpacing the Ravens. Throw out wide to the right, and that is Kendrick Bourne with the completion. 20 seconds left in the second, though. It looks like there's a flag on the play. Alright, let's look at this chat. Bills Mafia Rob says, gotta love you for that Josh comment on Twitter. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I've been a big Josh Allen guy. Even if I'm a Patriots fan, I still love myself some Josh Allen. I am also one of the biggest, earliest supporters of Lamar Jackson, but I don't want to brag. What's going on, Sebastian? What's up, bus boy? What's up, Kevin Durkant? Caleb says, what's up? Let No problem, Bills Mafia. Jeremy says, sup, Mitch? What's going on, buddy? Jimmy G with 3 yards on first down. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. In the first half. Messed that up again. All right, they're going to commercial. So it looks like the 49ers will be able to attempt a long field goal. They still have a couple timeouts, and the game might be tied at 17 going into half. Barnyard says, what's up, homie? What's going on, man? Piped. And Drought says, stonks. JT says, Ravens. Supa Hood says, this is a good game. It is. Ultra says, I'm still depressed. Sorry, buddy. Sammy says, how many fights do you think are going to be in the Browns-Steelers game? Isn't it going on right now? So, I don't know. You tell me. I'm thinking probably 3. The coaches are going to get down. The kickers and the punters. Do I believe the Bears will make the playoffs? No. Carmen says, your mom. My mom is a very nice lady. A busboy says, what is the score of the Steelers game? Let me look. I don't know if you have apps. But you can actually look it up on apps. But I'll let you know right now. It is 10-10. I haven't been paying attention to that game. But Hodges threw a 30-yard touchdown to James Washington, if you'd like to know that. 17-10 Packers, 14-13 Dolphins over the Eagles right now. I'm sure Cowboys fans are happy about that. 22-0 Buccaneers. And Peyton Barber is taking all of the shine away from Ronald Jones. 17-14 Ravens, as you know. 10-7 Colts going into halftime. 17-3 Bungles over the Jets. They look like they're going to get their first win. Sam Darnold partying too much. That's the story there. 14-6 Carolina, but Kyle Allen just got intercepted. So it looks like Washington might be tying that game up. Darius Geis has 2 rushes for 63 yards in that game. Aaron Rodgers playing well today. Yeah. The Jags are awful. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they want to get their coach fired. I don't know if it's the talent. I don't know if it's a combination of both. But, man, they're bad. I mean, they've been destroyed like 4 weeks in a row, and it hasn't been pretty at all. Maybe the team is trying to get Minshew back in. 2nd and 4, Jimmy G throws out wide to the left sideline, and that goes over the head of one of his receivers, out of bounds. So 3rd and 4, 10 seconds left in the second. I think that was Emmanuel Sanders who was intended. They still have 2 timeouts, so they can throw it in the middle of the field if they like. Probably one more pass. If they can get about, I would say, 10 yards, it would be nice. And we'll see if Gould can make the kick. Bills Mafia says, I also seen your videos on the preview for the Bills season. It's funny how one of the only fan bases who gives us any credit is Patriots fans. Yeah. I think Bills fans even at a certain point are kind of like one of those fan bases where they don't give themselves credit because they've seen so many bad teams over the past 20 years that they're not willing to. So it takes an outside perspective to get you guys going and hyped. I have the Chargers. Chargers! Havana says, Mitch, check the Dolphins trick play on 4th and goal. Crazy. I actually just got an alert for that. Punter to kicker touchdown pass is what it says. Let me see. I'm going to look after this. 3rd and 4. Jimmy G floats it to Mostert, who has to corral it. He's stuck inbounds, but there will be a timeout called. And it'll be 4th and 1. If Mostert was able to secure that catch easier, it would have been probably a first down and a couple more yards. Make it easier for the kicker. But that did not happen. So let's look at this. What in the blue shit is this? Okay, let me look. Come on, Bleacher Report. Show me it. What is going on? Phone. Okay, kick upcoming. Give me the highlight. Give me the highlight. Okay. So, play-by-play for this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers to the left, 3 blockers to the right, a slot receiver, a snapper, and 2 receivers on either side. By the way, the kick is no good from Robbie. So, like I said, Ravens have a big advantage on special teams. So far, that's come into account. This reminds me a lot of the Colts play, what they ran versus the Patriots a few years ago, which was triggered as the worst play call of all time. This is interesting because there's 2 rushers versus 1 blocker, and he's snapping the ball. So it's that much harder to block them. So he's going to have one guy run at him. So he has to make a quick decision. So the kicker snaps the ball. He runs to the left and pitches it to the kicker in the end zone. What are the Eagles doing? If you just stay with your guy, that doesn't work. Like, it looked like it was a creative play, but really it wasn't that creative. I mean, they just didn't... If Brandon Graham just stays on him... I don't understand that. I don't know why he doesn't just stay with 7. Anyways, cool play, but... What am I drinking? Coffee. Gotta get amped. You know? Also, life of a student is fueled by coffee. Turtle says, the Saints are just bad at recovering onside. They gave up 2 against the Bears as well. I think that people... Okay, I think that we should start marketing the Atlanta kicker. I don't want to say his name incorrectly because it really makes me sound racist. So, the Atlanta kicker, we should start marketing him as an onside specialist. I think that's what we should do. And that's how he could go around and he could just, for every team, he just kicks onside kicks. Doesn't do anything else, just kicks onside. He actually had a good game kicking, though. Bills Mafia says, it's not that I think the Patriots fans are smarter than other fan bases, but they know what a good team looks like. That's correct, but some Patriots fans, I will admit, are complete dumbasses. I will put that out there. I hope I am not one of those. Literally, I was at the Patriots game last weekend, and they're complaining because the Cowboys, with Ezekiel Elliott and one of the 3 best offensive lines in football, got 7 yards on a running play. Like, literally, they're so used to winning that they cannot give up 7 yards rushing on a play. It's actually insane. They complain about everything. But I love them. So, there's that. Tiffany says, go Ravens. What's up, Tiffany? I don't know if you're a subscriber, Tiffany, but thanks for joining. Sammy says, we better keep Cam Newton. I think he says that every week, and I agree with you, brother. Ravens going to halftime with the lead and the ball. Yeah, I should fix this. Let's just put quarter 3 for the sake of time. I'm just going to put quarter 3. Havana says, by the way, the kicker did a no-look pass as well on that trick. Yeah, he kind of like ran to the left and he went like this. He was like Mahomes. More like Brett Favre, though. Brett Favre used to do that all the time. The little like dish pass. Turtle says Devontae Parker is the most underrated receiver in football. The reason why I would not agree with you is because I think there's more underrated receivers, but also Devontae Parker sometimes he rather has really good games or he'll just completely disappear. I agree. When Devontae Parker is playing well, he's really good, but there are times when he just doesn't show up. Rick Badboy wants me to change my shirt. Why is that? You don't like my Tom Brady shirt? I just got this shirt. Calvin says Jimmy looking nervous. I don't think he's looking nervous. I actually think he's played decent. I just think the weather is affecting him. Being from San Francisco now, not New England anymore, he's not used to the elements the same way. Yeah, I think the Saints need to fix their onside recovery team. I don't think the Bills would lose by 30 to any team. Deshaun says 49ers winning this game 27-20. That's his call. Yusef says he's going to the Pats game. Nice, bro. Make some noise. Ultra says some Pats fans are complete a-holes. Trivia says Houston will destroy Buffalo. No. 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 Did Kyle throw another pick? Chris says Baltimore Ravens Croatia fans. Nice. Croatia. I think I have a little bit of Croatian in me. Well, at least my dad does. So I'd assume I do. I was cheering for you guys in the World Cup, though, because Italy wasn't in it. So, congrats on the World Cup. Second place, right? Finished second. Unfortunately. Gucci says the most underrated receiver is Chris Godwin. Yeah, there's a good case for that. I do feel like he's gotten a lot more hype, though, than he did before this season. Obviously, people didn't know how good he was before the year, but he was very underrated going into the year. Right now, a lot of people do give him the credit, at least people that watch the NFL on a regular basis. But I could understand where you're coming from. I could argue that Mike Evans is the most underrated guy on his own team. I mean, Mike Evans is never put in the conversation as like a top 5 receiver, really. He's always on the outside looking in, and he's been, to me, one of those guys this year. AJ Green is not playing. And they're still winning. No, I think the Bills are good. Why does it take so much for the Bills to be called good in the NFL? I mean, they just destroyed Dallas on Thanksgiving in Dallas. Panthers might lose to the Redskins. I think they're almost losing because of the turnovers, not really because of the play, I would say. Not because of anything other than that. John Brown leads the AFC in yards. No one's talking about him. He's underrated. There you go. Turtle says the Bucks have 2 top 5 receivers and suck. I don't know if they have two top 5 receivers, but they're both very good. What do you mean I was talking like they could win the AFC? I think they could win one playoff game, but can we not give them credit? I mean, they have only 3 losses, right? Can we give them credit? Jake says, if not for the fumble, the 49ers would be winning 14-10. Yes, but that's a part of the game. Solo says, Lamar gon' win this. Yes, I agree. I'm cheering for the Niners, but I think the Ravens are going to win, and I picked the Ravens. So, unfortunately, I think the Ravens are going to win, even though I don't hate the Ravens. Everybody on that video that I made seemed to think I hated the Ravens for some reason, and I was biased towards the 49ers just because, like, every Ravens fan, their only argument for me saying the 49ers were more talented was that I was biased. Literally, the only argument. And I was just laughing. Country Kid says, screw the Ravens. And Phoenix replies by saying, screw the 49ers. Pipe says, Lamar Jackson. Devin says, Ravens versus Pats in the AFC Championship. I think that's pretty much going to happen. I think that's destined to happen. Buzzboy wants me to look at his fantasy team. Should I do that? I think I said it was going to be 27-24, but I think you would have to go back and look. So I'm just going to go with 27-24. 14-12? What? Oh, Darius Geis scored a touchdown. Eagles scored a touchdown. Arcega Whiteside. There you go. Okay, let me look at Busboy's team. At a certain point, though, Ultra, you should know this, bro. It doesn't matter who you beat. At a certain point. If you just keep beating teams you're supposed to beat, you're probably pretty good. Because teams that aren't very good lose to teams that aren't very good. Okay. I'm kicking Party's butt. Let me look at Busboy's team. Busboy has Mahomes. The man, Mahomes. Mahomes is going to have a big game today. Cohen, 7.5 points. Oh, you have Mac out. Yeah, your running backs are weak, Busboy. Barber's having a surprisingly good game, though. I thought all of those points would be Ronald Jones. I guess I was wrong. Michael Thomas had a down week. Gronk spiked the like button, started T.Y. Hilton, who didn't play. Marquise Brown. Good player, but not a good matchup this week. Kittle, good player, but doesn't have anything this week. Davis, I don't love him. You should probably cut Ebron. He's out for the year. I'd probably get rid of Boswell on your bench, bro, and pick up somebody else. And I'd cut Ebron and pick up somebody else. You could keep Dallas's defense, though, because Rams are kind of shaky. But overall, team's okay. I wouldn't say it's great. I think if it depends on Michael Thomas, Mahomes, and Kittle a lot of the time, but that's a pretty good trio. So, you're not bad. You're not in bad shape. Okay. Has Lamar had a bad game? No. I'm not playing the game on here. I'm just commentating. As Robbie kicks it off deep, and that's a touchback for the Ravens. So the Ravens will start off with the ball in the second half. Looking forward to the second half. If you guys haven't already, Gronk spike the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, NFL videos exclusively on this channel. I break down every game every week. I cover every team in the NFL. And really coming soon, I would say next week, we're going to have a lot of content on this channel, including if you're a fan of the history of the NFL, I'm likely to put out a top 100 players of all time, looking at the past decade of NFL football as we're closing in on going into 2020. So, going to look at the team of the decade and all that sort of stuff as well throughout the month of December. First play of the second half was a handoff to Mark Ingram for 9 yards. And Mark Ingram, I would say that was a great idea and just a great logic in signing with the Ravens, because not only is he the starting running back for the Ravens and not having to deal with Kamara, but he's on a great team, and it's so much easier to be a running back when you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback because he takes away so much attention from you. Mark Ingram on 2nd and 1 breaks it up the middle for about 5 or 6 yards. The Heisman backfield, that's what they call it. Kevin Durkant wants me to check his fantasy team, maybe during commercial. Mostert has been a beast. Ultra says Lamar is the best quarterback in the league. I think I would disagree. I still think Mahomes is, personally. But I think Lamar's in the top 3 this year. Probably. If I wanted a quarterback, I think I'd still take Wilson over him. I think I have him 3rd. But, like, in terms of MVP, I think he's 1st. It's a different conversation. But I think if I wanted a quarterback on my team, I would go Mahomes, then Wilson, then Lamar. But that's just me. So. The Nick Foles experiment isn't going very well. Breeze is not the best quarterback. Stop it. I think Breeze is closer to being outside of the top 10 than he is to being the best quarterback. Just my opinion, though. Oh, someone's hurt. Is that Tart or Wither? It's Tart. Ooh, Tart's shoulder banged up. That's a big loss if he's indeed out for significant time, because he's a big part of their defense. He does a lot of different things. Very versatile. Good tackler. He will be missed from this defense if he is out for a period of time. It looks like he is pretty decently injured. I think he has a separated shoulder, if I had to guess. So he'll be at least out for like 3 to 4 weeks if I'm guessing. Jimmy G's facial hair is fantastic. I got to give this guy credit. 1st and 10, 14 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Now we have Edwards in the backfield instead of Ingram, and we have Andrews lined up at fullback. He splits out as a tight end, and Lamar with the read option keeps it. He's got a 1st down, and he's to inside Niners territory for 13 yards. I would say the 47, something like that. Yeah, Lamar, good point, Devin. Lamar has a team built around his skill set, and that's how most great teams are built. I would say that's why I would say Mahomes and Wilson above him, just because I think Lamar is somewhat a little bit more made on the scheme of his team than the other two. But I think Lamar could play for any team. I just think Mahomes and Wilson could play in any system. Like, I think you could put Russell Wilson in this system, and it might not be as effective, but it would still be good. You know what I mean? And I think you could put Mahomes in here, and it would still be effective, but you would probably have to go more towards passing. Second and 8. 12:50 left in the third. Lamar hands it off to Ingram, and Ingram for 9 yards. It's incredible. This offensive line, though, doesn't get enough credit. It's so powerful. Marshall Yonda's a beast, too, taking Buckner on one-on-one. Honestly, I think I would just give the coach of the year to whoever wins this game. 3rd and 1. Play action, and it's a boot design run. Lamar runs. He fumbles, and the ball is stripped away from him. Excellent play by number 36 on the 49ers. I'm trying to figure out who that is. I don't even know who that is. 12 minutes left in the third. Lamar was running. He should have just slid. He got the ball stripped away from him. Right out of his hands, just taken away. I haven't seen that from Lamar all year. He had fumbling issues last year, but he didn't really fumble. That was just an incredible play by a defense. Great play. Just grabbed his left hand and stripped it right out of his hands. And they were gone. Like, Ravens were set up for more points. This is a TSN turning point right here. That's Harris. Ultra's top 10 quarterbacks this year, not including Stafford. Why? Because he's hurt? Lamar, Wilson, Mahomes, Watson, Cousins, Breeze, Rodgers, Prescott, Ryan, and Brady. I don't know how you can have Breeze above Rodgers, Prescott, and Brady. Personally, I don't really. Ryan, like, I wouldn't have him in the top 10, but that's just me. I think I would have Prescott a little bit higher. But Prescott did have not a great game versus Buffalo, but he's played 2 really good defenses the last couple of weeks. So 49ers have the ball back. Mostert is the primary ball carrier for the team today. He has 7 rushes for 94 yards. Who are you missing from that list? I'm trying to go through my mind. Not Rivers. Not Carr. AFC North. Not Mayfield. Mostert, first down to the 30, to the 40. Good running from the 49ers. They've really taken advantage of a big weakness coming into this game, which was the Ravens' run D. And the Ravens have had no answers for this stretch zone run game of Kyle Shanahan. Raheem Mostert having a big day. I would definitely have Stafford in the top 10, though, if he counts. NFC North, not Trubisky. NFC South, Winston. The funny thing about Winston is, if you split Winston's season in half and just took the games where he was great in, he'd probably be in the top 5. But then if you take the games where he sucked, he would be in the bottom 5. NFC West. I mean, Jimmy is close to the top 10, I think. Especially, like, over the past 4 to 5 games. Not Wentz. I think he might have the right top 10 there. Or Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray's been better than Matt Ryan. Personally. The close, I guess. Ryan missed a game, I think. Stafford is not overrated. Josh Allen would definitely be in the top 15 for sure. I don't know about top 10, but I think he's close. I think he's like around the top 15. Would I marry you over Turtle? I don't know. Depends on my mood. Josh Allen is underrated, not overrated. What happened? What'd Bodo do? Harris made this a game, says Devin. Completely agree. Yeah, Lamar doesn't throw for a lot of yards passing typically. KOG Nightfall says 49ers need to win to help out the Patriots. That is true. By the way, Gardner Minshew is back for Jacksonville, and if you guys have Adam Thielen, he's out for Monday Night Football, just for you guys to know. I don't mind that top 15 there, Ultra. What about Tannehill? Would you rather have Tannehill or Brissett on that top 15? 2nd and 1. Handoff. Close to a first down for Mostert on 2nd and 1. So it's going to be rather 3rd and very short or a first down. Top 3 running backs this year. CMC, Cook, I'm going to say Chubb. I might be missing someone though, but yeah. Mostert for 5. Damn, Ultra has a full 32 rankings. He just moves them up and down. Second and 5. Jimmy G on play action. First completion to George Kittle. That's for 4 yards. So we'll bring up a 3rd and short. This is a big drive for the 49ers. If they can score here, it's interesting because it takes the Ravens out of their comfort zone. How many times, I said this in the preview, how many times have we seen the Ravens come from behind and win? I think 0. So, it's something different at least. I'm not saying the Ravens can't do it. I'm just saying they haven't done it yet or are not used to doing it. So it makes their team work. Like, because their defensive deficiency is defending the run, and as Jimmy Garoppolo sneaks for a first down, And their offensive deficiency is passing the ball. So if you can make them play from behind, then the game becomes a lot more interesting for the 49ers. The Jimmy G hands off to Tevin Coleman. Coleman goes nowhere. Good stop by the Ravens up front there. Marlon Humphrey is a big corner. I mean, he looks like he's a linebacker half the time when he's in there. And it's also because he wears 44. I don't think Breida is playing, is he? Pretty sure he's not. At least I haven't seen him yet. Second and 10. Jimmy G. Slant across the middle. That is Bourne for about 4 yards. Bourne has been pretty good since Emmanuel Sanders has kind of come onto the team to be that number one. Bourne has stepped up as that number two pretty effectively. Pretty fast. Steelers, 17-10. Just scored a touchdown. Third and 6. Kittle motions from left to right. Jimmy tosses it over to Raheem Mostert, and he gets 4 yards. So Jimmy was under pressure. He should have just went to his quick read of George Kittle, in my opinion. Now, I can't see the coach's film here, but from the television perspective, it looked like George Kittle was open. He was running a motion from right to left out, like an out route. And Jimmy was pressured from the blind side, so he had to toss it back like this to Raheem Mostert. He gets very close to a first down. It's 4th and 1 now. 49ers are going to go for it. So this is the biggest play of the game thus far. Let's see if they get it. All right. Sanders. Timeout. Timeout 49ers. Couldn't get the play off. It seemed like the play clock was really going fast there. I think Baltimore is playing some mind game. No, I'm just kidding. Havana says Breida and Staley are out for the 49ers. Yeah, they're going for it, guys. I think they'll run it, but we'll see. And if I'm being honest, I think they might quarterback sneak it. But they just did that earlier in this drive, so. I think McKinnon is a lot like Coleman. But, I mean, that's another really fast guy to give the ball to, so. It's too bad McKinnon hasn't ever been able to play for the 49ers. He's been hurt 2 years in a row. I think Breida he was questionable coming into this game, so he probably has like another week or two. Guys, if you haven't already, we have 47 people in here, so I'm assuming not everybody has Gronk spiked the like button. And if you have Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at Mitch Milani, as it says on the screen. That is where I'll talk about NFL, movies, TV, other sports. I'm active on Twitter, so if you ever want to follow me on one social media, I'm also on Instagram, but I'm more active on Twitter. It's a better interactive social media, and if also you can tweet me as well, and I'll answer your questions about fantasy or NFL or all that stuff. Ask Ultra. We always talk on Twitter. Not always very pleasantly, but we talk on Twitter. So there you go. 2015 Newton or Lamar in 2019? Wow. Actually, I might do a comparison on that. That's a good one. I don't know. I would say that Cam was definitely the better passer, but Lamar was definitely the better runner. So I don't know. That's tough. I'm actually going to write that down. 4th and 1. Bunch set for the Niners. They are passing it. Jimmy goes up top. It's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play, and Jimmy celebrates. It looks like it's going to be a pass interference on Marlon Humphrey on Emmanuel Sanders for the first down. I do not understand why the Niners passed that, but they did get lucky with the pass interference there, because that did not look like it was open. Regardless, they had Kittle go to the flat, they had a little stick route by Dwelly, and they had an out route by Sanders. And basically, Humphrey just contacts Sanders before the ball is there. He definitely does, and then he hugs him before the ball is there, so that's pass interference. But I think the Niners got lucky. Kittle on an end around goes nowhere. He goes backwards, actually. He goes -3. What CFL team did who play for? Ryan says, we, as a New England fan, need San Fran to pull this off. Trivia says, you're welcome. Okay, thank you, party. Pipe says, that's not pass interference. It was pass interference. 2nd and 13. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 4, 3, 2... Oh, there goes fire alarm in the building. Jimmy G. Give me a sec, guys. You could probably slightly hear it behind me. It's somebody else's place, but I can't do anything about it. I'm actually surprised that's never happened on a stream before. No, I didn't burn anything. The fire's not happening in my place. Usually it will just go away. So I'm keeping quiet here. All right, 32-yard attempt. I did have a fire in my place live during the Super Bowl. Robbie, 17-17, 49ers Ravens. They're trying to sabotage me, guys. Roger Goodell is coming after me. Steelers score. It's still 17-10. Can you guys hear that? All right, I think I'm gonna have to stop for a bit. So I'll come back on as soon as this goes off. So I'll leave you guys for just a bit. So stick around. The stream will still be up. I'll be talking in the chat for you guys if you want. But I'm probably going to have to stop just because this sound is very annoying. And it's probably annoying you, and it's probably annoying me as well. So there you go. Be back. Yo, I'm back. It's craziness. Stupid. 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 Alright. Taking my shoes off. 2nd and 7. On their own 4-yard line. Jimmy G hands it off to Mostert on a stretch. And he gets 3 or 4 on 2nd and 7. I hope you guys are still with me here. Sorry for that. I just couldn't do a stream with a fire alarm in the background. And also for my health, just knowing that if the fire would have spreaded, I might have been in trouble. So I wanted to get out of there. I didn't even know it was snowing outside. So I walked into the snow. That was not fun. But regardless, 3rd and 4. 25 seconds left in the third. Thank you guys for sticking around, by the way. It would have been easier for you to leave, but thanks for sticking around. 3rd and 4. Jimmy G throws it over the middle in a big conversion by Emmanuel Sanders. Mr. Clutch. He's won a Super Bowl before. He's trying to win another with the 49ers. And he gets to the 20-yard line. Ravens were there in the snow. That's looking like half snow, half rain in Baltimore. A little bit. What's up, Jeffrey? I didn't burn anything. It was someone else's fire. Baker Mayfield is goofy. I don't think he just looks goofy. I think he is goofy. Steelers are winning 20-10. Colts Titans tied. That's an underrated big game in the NFL. Big game. Big game. Kevin Durcan says Panthers suck. Mostert, 136 yards rushing on my bench. How about that? Let me check these scores for you guys. 15-14 Redskins. 22-6 Bengals over Jets. 17-17 Titans Colts. 17-17 Niners Ravens. 25-3 Bucks. 28-20 Eagles. 24-13 Packers. 20-10 Steelers. There are the scores. Wow, I had a $25 bet to win $1,000, and I have every single thing right except the damn Jets. I'm going to lose because of the Jets, and I'm not going to be happy when the Jets lose. All they had to do was win. All they had to do was win, and I would have won $1,000. And the snow, and the fire alarm. Come on, man. This should be on an episode of Come On, Man. What's going on, Amy? Jeffrey hates the Ravens, so he says, let's go Niners. All right, 1st and 10. Start of the 4th quarter. Oh, Bungles. False start for the 49ers. The Bung. How do you lose to the Bung? All you gotta do is win. I don't care about snow that much, but still, when it's unexpected, I don't like it. First and 15. Start of the fourth quarter. Jimmy G in the shotgun. Fake. Time. Jimmy finds his man for a first down on first and 15. That is Emmanuel Sanders. This season right now, Russell Wilson is better than Aaron Rodgers. Nice route. That's why I wanted Emmanuel Sanders on the Patriots. I'm going to be honest. I've always wanted a man. He's always been one of my favorite receivers in the league. 4 catches, 41 yards in the game. Kittle motions from left to right. Jimmy tosses to the side of Kittle. That is Mostert, and Mostert goes backwards. Great play by the Ravens defense. Second down upcoming. Second and long. Steelers stop the Browns. I'm cheering for the 49ers, but I picked the Ravens. Is it snowing in Vermont? That's interesting. It's getting that time of year. It's December now, right? So it's going to start snowing everywhere that has snow. Second and 13. Who would you consider a Super Bowl contender? And then I'll give you the worst possible matchup, Ultra. Niners-Ravens was an underrated Super Bowl. I think people somewhat forget about it because some of the other great games around it. Actually, the game in New York, there's snow between Green Bay and New York. I didn't even know that. There was like a lot of those Patriot epic games around it, but also just the fact that there weren't like 2 great quarterbacks or anything like that, so people sort of forget about it, but it was a great game. And it had that whole, I remember the Beyonce halftime show. It had the lights go out, so there was the delay, the kick return. There was a lot of excitement in that game. What am I wrong about? I'm right about 5 out of 6 things, and the Jets got to be that 6th thing. 3rd and 10. Kittle seems a little confused here. He's in the backfield blocking. He picks up the blitz, gives Jimmy that extra time, but Jimmy throws short, incomplete, and there's a flag on the play, though. Lamar's not the best in NFL history, but he's pretty good. So Ultra gives the Super Bowl contenders: Ravens, 49ers, Patriots, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings, Packers. Worst game would be... So you only have 2 AFC teams. Probably Patriots, Vikings, or Ravens, Vikings. Either one of those. 4th and 10. And the punt is away. Broken tackle to the 35. To the 40 is DeAnthony Thomas. So good field position for the Ravens on this upcoming drive. Very close game. Good game. A lot of hype for this game. But so far it's lived up to that hype. It's been a good game. Am I ready for the 49ers Saints game? As ready as I'll ever be. What's up, busboy? I can't show the game, or else I'll get copyright strike and taken off of YouTube. Hyped says, who would you rather have, Tom Brady or Nathan Peterman? I think Nathan Peterman. Obvious choice. Greg Olsen got knocked out? That's not good. I like Greg Olsen. He's a good guy. I think Greg Olsen would also be a very good commentator. Are we still going to play Madden? Yes. When I get back to Vancouver, when I'm off of school and I have lots of free time, we're going to set up a day where I can play you and I can play Kevin Durkant and I can play anybody else who wants to play me in Madden and lose. Because I guarantee that I will beat both of your asses. What makes Nathan Peterman a special player? I think he always finds the open guy. I mean, no matter if it's his team, the other team, he just knows how to recognize the open man and hit him. He's excellent at that. He's also very good at being John Gruden's favorite quarterback. So those are the two reasons why Nathan Peterman is special. Busboy wants to play Madden. Busboy, if you want to sign up, I can add you to the list. My favorite team is the Patriots, if you cannot see by my... Busboy, if you want to play, I'll add you to the list, bro. Is Jared Goff better than Dak? No. Kevin says, I was hoping field position would be flipped in favor of the 49ers after that possession. Yeah. But nice return by Thomas. Thomas has been good for the Ravens. Okay, Busboy is going to be added to the list. You got Durkant, Imagine, and we have Busboy. As long as you have a PS4, we can play. I think Dak's better than Jared Goff. Don't at me. 2nd and 8. Lamar Jackson on the run, trying to make a zip, and he zips it in there to Willie Snead. That was probably the best throw of the day for Lamar Jackson. He scrambled to the right. He was under pressure. He turned his arm, positioning, and flipped it in there. Very accurately, too, on the run. Willie Snead. That's hard. That is difficult, and he did it. That was the best throw of the day, I would say, by either quarterback. Willie Snead is a very unique-looking individual. Yes, eventually I will, Busboy, but I'll just add you to the list right now. Should I start Phillip Lindsay or Keenan Allen? Honestly, I would start Phillip Lindsay. But I wouldn't hate you if you started Keenan Allen. Lamar Jackson throws short to Ricard, the fullback, for a yard maybe. I mean, it's not always the wisest to throw to a 300-pound fullback. What's up, Imagine Madden? I didn't see your comments. If the Patriots win and the Ravens lose, the Patriots clinch #1 seed. No, because there's still like 4 weeks left, man. I don't think that's true. 3rd and 5. Lamar throws across the middle, and it's incomplete. A little bit behind Roberts. If he would have maybe put that in front, he probably would have had the first down. But Warner made a nice play by pushing him down as he was about to catch it. So 4th and 5, looks like the Ravens are about to go for it. I'll answer my thoughts on the Texans in a sec. 4th and 5, 9:41 left in the fourth. 2 timeouts for each team left. Still lots of time left, though. Oh, Greg Olsen got hit on the helmet-to-helmet. Split out wide is Edwards, the running back. 5 wide set for Lamar. Lamar throws over the middle, and it's broken up by Fred Warner, who I believe needs a Pro Bowl vote to the NFC. Nice play by him. Nice defense. And the 49ers will get the ball back in good field position. Lamar was trying to find Andrews. Accurate throw, but better coverage by Warner. All right, my thoughts on the Texans. Texans, first, as Yusef says, they're inconsistent. Second, I love Deshaun Watson. I think he's a very talented player. But I don't love the offensive scheme. Will Fuller is very... they're a way better team with Will Fuller because he opens up the offense. He opens up the deep passing attack, which defenses need to pay attention to. That opens up Hopkins, opens up the running game. Running game's been better than I thought it would be. Offensive line is still a huge weakness. They are decent. I think they match up well with certain teams, and they don't match up well with other teams. Defensively, I do not like them very much. They're pretty good versus the run, but in terms of a secondary, they probably have one of the worst ones in the league. And without J.J. Watt, their pass rush isn't very good. They have decent coaching. I wouldn't call it great or bad, but decent. They're a good team with a very talented quarterback and some very talented players, but I don't think they're a great team. I don't think they're a contender. I think they're like a playoff team, but not like... I wouldn't even be surprised if they made the playoffs and lost the first game they played. Like, that's kind of what I think of them. Maybe they win a game in the playoffs, maybe they lose, but I don't see them going any further than one round in the playoffs. That's my opinion on the Texans. Dude, could sign up to play against you, please. Jeffrey, you want to play? Is that what you're saying? If Pats win and Steelers lose, they clinch the playoff. I think we all know the Patriots are making the playoffs, but... Okay, busboy. Kevin says, hey, Mitch, is it just me, or does... What? Does ache... I'm not sure what you're saying here. Does each... I think you missed the E. Does each week that passes make the Patriots passing on drafting Lamar Jackson look as a mistake? He's an athletic freak. Obviously, actually, I wanted them to pick Lamar Jackson. If you remember, I don't know if you were a subscriber then, Kevin, but I actually had the Patriots picking Lamar Jackson in a mock draft. So I wanted them to pick Lamar Jackson, and throughout the whole live draft process, I was wanting them to pick Lamar Jackson. It didn't happen, so I was a little upset, but I do think that they picked solid players at the very least. I think Isaiah Wynn's going to be very, very good, and I think Sony is pretty good. Might get better as his career goes on. Obviously, I would have loved to have Lamar, but also I don't think Lamar would be playing at this point. I don't think he would be playing until Brady retires, and I don't know if that's really in the plans. So I don't know if it was necessarily the right time to pick a quarterback. So as much as it sucks to not pick Lamar, it's also a unique situation in Baltimore after Jimmy G completes a big pass to George Kittle. George Kittle, great catch there for a first down. Lamar Jackson, he's in a perfect situation for his skill set right now. John Harbaugh's done a great job. Do I doubt that Belichick would have done the same thing? No, because I think he would have, but I'm just saying Lamar is great, but also what the Ravens have done with him is even better. So it's the same thing with Brady. It's the same thing with Peyton Manning. It's the same thing with Joe Montana. With every great quarterback, you have to be at the right place at the right time. That's what separates the greatest ever from the good, is the ability to be put around a great team, great coaching, great system for that player. And yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. I don't think it was the right timing. considering the Patriots just won the Super Bowl last year. Okay, handoff, 2nd and 7 for about 4. And Tom Brady was coming off his MVP season, if I'm not mistaken, that year. So, 3rd and 4, 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 4th. Third and 4 for the Niners. 7:20 left in the 4th. Jimmy with Mostert in the backfield. 3 receivers out. They run the ball on 3rd and 4. And Mostert comes up about a yard short. His elbow goes down before he's able to get it. It's interesting. Basically, I think they called a running play because I think they knew if they wouldn't get it, they would go for it. And given their success on running the ball, not a bad idea. They've gone for it twice on 4th down. They've gotten both of them. One was a touchdown and one was a pass interference. 6:30 left in the 4th. Kyle Shanahan strutting up and down the sidelines. Harbaugh. Timeout for San Francisco. Big play! Imagine Madden says Patriots win, Ravens lose. Patriots have an easy schedule the rest of the season. No, they don't. They play the Texans tonight. They play the Chiefs next week. They still play the Bills. How's that an easy schedule? Granted, 2 of those are at home, but still. Who is the most dangerous team? It depends what you mean by dangerous. Like high scoring, great best offense? Do you mean best team? Jimmy Garoppolo is tipped at the line of scrimmage and the ball falls incomplete. So the Ravens go down to the 49ers side and they go for it on 4th down. Incomplete. 49ers get to the Ravens side. 4th and 1. Incomplete. Ravens get the ball back in a game that many people expected to be high scoring. The elements come into play. The defenses stand up, play well, and this is a great game. These are the type of games that I like. When it's evenly balanced between offense and defense. When teams are taking chances. When coaches are trying to outcoach the other. When it's a chess match. And then you combine the elements. You combine everything into the decision making. And you combine some turnovers, some fun. This is a good game. This is football right here. That's what I like to call football. Lori says Pats will always win. Who do I think's going to win? I picked the Ravens before the game. Right now, I think if I had to look at like a prediction or a percentage, I think the Ravens probably slightly ahead in terms of winning this game. But it's really interesting. I think this game is a good one for a lot of other teams to take a look at the film for both sides. And just because this feels like a playoff game. This feels like a game that both teams really want to win, and they're throwing it all out there. And it's great for our entertainment. That's for sure. Minshew making a comeback? It's on Fox. Thanks, Brandon. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Rivers is on his way out. Handoff to Mark Ingram on first down, probably 3 or 4 yards. Minshew is going to be the Lamar. No, I actually think Kyler Murray is going to be the Lamar of next year. Like the young quarterback that takes the NFL by storm. I think it will be Kyler Murray. Granted that they surround him with an offensive line and weapons. That would be nice. 2nd and 6. Roberts for about 5 yards. And tackled well by Witherspoon there, so it's going to make it 3rd and 1. Huge 3rd and 1, because I don't think the Ravens would go for it in their own territory. But who knows? Jeff, yeah, I could put you on the list. You have to pay attention to when I announce it, though. I'll probably do it on a weekend for you guys. Edwards! Looks like he was short. He was reaching the football and the ball came out, but it's not a fumble. I think he was about inches short. Yeah, I don't even think he got a like anything there. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 4th and 1, and the Ravens look like they're going to go for it here. 4:41 left in the 4th. Richard Sherman is hurt, or at least he's convincingly looking very hurt. Do I have Madden 20? Yeah. I should get a girlfriend and bring her on stream. Okay. Lori thinks the Seahawks are better than the 49ers. I'm going to the second game that they play each other in Seattle. I'm very excited for it. It's week 17. It actually might be for the division and the NFC, so I'm excited for that. But I think the 49ers are a more well-rounded team. I think the Seahawks have the best player, but I think the 49ers are the better, more well-rounded team, in my opinion. I love Sherman, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. I love Richard Sherman. He's one of my favorite players. And he's toughing it out. He looks like he's trying to get back on the field, but he can't because if you go down with an injury, you have to stay out for at least a play. And he's hobbling. '49ers have had a couple big injuries in this game, too. 4th and 1. Lamar sneaks it, and he gets it. First down. So Ravens have 2 timeouts remaining with 4:20 left in the 4th. And the 49ers have 1. First and 10 for Lamar. He's back in the shotgun. Read option. Boza. Beast. Boza read the run, took out the running back, then reacted to Lamar running it, and tackled Lamar. That was awesome. I read your comment, Ultra, but I didn't have anything to say to it. 2nd and 9. Lamar with a first down connection with Mark Andrews, who I would say is a top 5 tight end right now. Mark Andrews. I have him in so many fantasy leagues. I absolutely love this guy. He's kind of like Greg Olsen. Mark Andrews. Lori was sad when Mark Ingram left the Saints. Do I have Snapchat? Yes. But I don't really use it that much. And if I use it, it's probably not going to be with you. I'm just going to be honest, bro. Flag on the play. 2:34 left in the 4th. I do have Twitter and Instagram, though, so if you want to follow me there, you can. And it's the same for both, at Mitch Milani, as you see on the screen. How many fantasy points does James Washington have? I'm sure he has quite a bit. Tim Murray says, I was disappointed on Thursday with your Bills-Dallas livestream. You seemed to spend the end of the second quarter talking about video games. I don't think you even covered the halfback option touchdown. I try and have fun, Tim, on the streams. That's what it's all about, man. We're just having fun. 2:34 left in the 4th. Sorry if I disappointed you, Tim. Roll out to the right. Lamar, little dish inside to Hurst. And Lamar's made so many of those plays where he's running to the right or the left, mostly to the right, and he just changes his arm angle slightly so that he can deliver the ball. And this was a nice design on the play, having Hurst leak out and then Lamar find him. Lamar is almost like you're playing Madden. Like, literally. You just scramble to the right and try and find a receiver on the run. And that's Lamar Jackson. My childhood was dead a long time ago. Imagine Madden. Sad day. Trace McSorley is the Ravens franchise. I'm surprised they haven't tried that many trick plays with McSorley. I am not getting on TikTok. I am sorry. Handoff to Mark Ingram. And 1 yard short to make it 3rd and 1. What do you mean is Andy Reid coaching them? The 49ers have no timeouts, so they can't stop the clock. Yeah, Lamar is that created quarterback you made so that you could play the guy that had Michael Vick. It's basically Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if the Ravens just sent a tight end over to the Patriots. Yeah, Marquise Brown's good in Madden, though, because he's fast. Why do the Jets suck so bad? I hate them. Literally, every other pick I've made is winning. Dolphins are beating the Eagles now. Because Fitzmagic is the GOAT. Like, end of story is the GOAT. Put him in. Fitzpatrick is the greatest tanking quarterback ever because when he's tanking, he wins, and when he's expected to win, he loses. What's going on? I don't know. What is going on? 31-13 Packers. Lazard has 103 yards and a touchdown. That wasn't the AFC Championship game, Jeffrey. That was a regular season game. So, point is incomplete. And according to the rules, he didn't catch it at that time. It's the same thing with the tuck rule. The tuck rule now wouldn't exist because the rule doesn't exist. But back then it existed. It's the same thing. Actually, the Patriots have the best corners. Check it out. But the Ravens, I would say second. It's incredible. Lamar has 102 rushing yards and a touchdown and 105 passing yards and a touchdown. But he only has 105 passing yards. Jets stink. 3rd and 1 for the Ravens. Look like this might be a design Lamar run here. He runs it to the left, and he does get it. He just gets the yard needed for the first down. And this is interesting because the Ravens could just run out the clock, call a timeout, and kick a field goal with the most accurate kicker in NFL history. Yo, was the snapper, like... That was an interesting play because there was only, like, 2 people on the right, and they just had, like, 5 people on the left, and they ran it behind him. What's going on, John? Lamar fakes the handoff. He's going to run. He beats one guy to the outside but can't beat 2. And that will be... They're just going to run the clock out, it looks like. But you don't want to go backwards. That's the thing. There's only a minute left. J.C. Jackson's underrated, yeah. Yeah, Deron Harmon plays quite a bit, especially Patrick Chung has been hurt a lot, so Deron Harmon plays more now, I would actually say. 2nd and 13. 40 seconds left in the 4th. Still a long field goal for Tucker, but most people would count on him to make it. So 35 seconds left. Handoff to Ingram. Ingram goes nowhere. Refs call the play dead, and the Ravens look like they're going to be satisfied to just run this out, call a timeout, and let Tucker kick it. Darius Geis. I told you to start Darius Geis. Did you not watch my Stardom Sit-em, man? Come on, man. That's why you watched the Stardom Sit-em. I don't think Melon Fonwu is in the game anymore, is he? 20-13. What game? All right, 17-17. 3 seconds left to win the game. Justin Tucker, the best kicker in football. This kick. He has 13 game-winning field goals in the 4th quarter or overtime. Last time he made one was Week 5 versus Pittsburgh. 49 yards. So not an easy kick, but not hard, I would say. All right. Tucker in the rain. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Ravens win 20-17 over the San Francisco 49ers, and they're celebrating like they just won the damn Super Bowl. Holy crap. Like, everybody's on the field celebrating. 49ers a little bit rattled. Tucker is getting lifted off the field and gets the game ball. This is interesting. You know, great win by the Ravens. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but great win by the Ravens. Great game. Great game. As RG3 daps up Kyle Shanahan, Goodwin gives some nice words to Lamar Jackson. I mean, we all knew Tucker was going to make that kick, so. Right down the middle, basically. No worries. No, I am going to be gone in a couple minutes because I need to finish a project so I can get on here again to react live to the Texans and Patriots. So if you guys want to see me again react live to another good football game, we have the Patriots-Texans on Sunday Night Football. I'll be back for that. This was a very entertaining game. I only did the second half of this, but you know, this was a really good game. This felt like a playoff game. It was played like a playoff game. It was played in playoff elements. And ultimately, really, what it came down to was special teams. What it came down to was Tucker. And what it came down to was Robbie missing that kick. And that was ultimately the difference between the two teams. They were very close. Lamar Jackson had a good game on the ground. Wasn't really contained much, but a turnover by the 49ers. A couple stops on fourth down. 49ers played the Ravens offense just about as well as you could play it. And the 49ers offense was pretty successful moving the ball on the ground on the Ravens. They just didn't make the plays at the crucial moments to put them over the Ravens on the road. Again, though, very good game by both teams. I think if you're a 49ers fan, you don't feel bad about the loss. If you're a Ravens fan, you feel great about the win. You just got to continue the momentum, continue the ride. So, good game. Good game. I don't know who else the Ravens play. I think they play the Steelers, maybe. Like, I don't know whatever. Oh, and maybe the Browns. So those two games are I guess, kind of challenging because they were close games, or the Browns beat them earlier this season. But there's some good games left on the Ravens schedule. The 49ers now play the Saints. So they got to go from this game versus the Ravens, physically demanding game with a lot of emotion, and they got to play the Saints. That's going to be difficult to do. So that's a big game for them. The NFC first seed might be on the line. I'm going to change the score just for Ravens fans' sake. There you go. So final score, 20-17 for the Ravens. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, Gronk spike the like button. If you're new, subscribe to the Bottom Line View for more NFL live streams. I'll see you tonight. Texans, Patriots, big game in the AFC. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. It's been Mitch. Peace out.